Hi. So today, my team want to talk about the energies of the 555 portal and just to see what they want to say about it. Because there's so much information today with different people. It'd just be nice to see what they have to say about it. This portal is bringing into the earth energies that are, shall we say, uh, not just a booster but a means to an end, because humanity now needs to shift into a togetherness energy, a family energy, an energy of togetherness as a family. Now, we say these things slowly because many people are looking for a portal that is going to change the world, it's going to create a new Eden or 101 different things. But you must understand that change cannot come overnight, that each stage has been planned so that those who are ready can assimilate the energy. Those who are ready to shift into the fifth dimension are doing the work. But also that those who are still a little reticent about doing the work are guided in a different way. And that is what this energy coming in now is. It's bringing in that family energy, community energy, energy of togetherness, that you are all a family of humanity rather than a separate being. Because we have said before is that you must understand that from a higher perspective, humanity is seen as similar beings. They are not, you are white, you are black, you are this, you are that. You are seen as a human, and humans have certain physical traits, and humans have certain emotional traits as well as ways of thinking. And so we have asked certain beings to incarnate over times in history so that they can bring in information to us so that we can then activate certain events that will help this planet move into the fifth dimension, because the planet has been allowed to keep humanity upon it, because often what happens when a planet descends, the beings who are upon it of a sentient nature, if it would cause overwhelm, are removed and placed elsewhere until the process is over, and then they are given the chance to be returned. But often this process takes many millennia, and often the beings who are returned have had to do work on themselves so that they match the energy of the planet that they're being returned to. Now, this time around, because humanity has not experienced this ascension energy, they are a being whose DNA has been free from an ascension process. They were allowed to stay on the planet so that the divine can experience what it is to go through an ascension with a being that has never been through an ascension. Now, this sounds very confusing to some people, but what better way to truly experience something that needs to be experienced? Because if you are removing beings off a planet and then bringing them back, you are missing out the most vital part of the process, which is, what does it feel like to go through an ascension process with a planet? And that is what humanity are doing right now. Each stage has been planned so that humanity can experience the ascension of the planet, but also that they are put through certain processes, certain belief systems, so that as they are going through the ascension process, their systems are not overwhelmed with the excessive energy, the lack of understanding, so that they are almost, look at the shiny bauble that we are presenting you with, but over here we're doing something else, so that humanity can assimilate the energies and move into the next stage of their development easily. Because it is like when you are working with a child, you have to work at the level that that child is able to understand. And that is why we have had many beings incarnate over history to bring in information, to help prepare humanity to go through these processes. We understand, however, that certain things have happened and that certain beings have been, shall we say, manipulating the information so that humanity doesn't understand what is happening, and that again another wave of beings had to be brought in, and so on and so forth. And at this time, there is a massive influx of light workers and warriors to help with the process, because it is needed for the number of human beings on the planet. It is needed for the planet because of the state of energy that the planet is in, and also to help it to move forward by helping to ground and integrate the energies that we are flooding the planet with, but also so that there are beings who are able to pass on information to help people to understand what is going on. So there are 101 different types of person being incarnated so that humanity can understand in their own way. You have those who are allowing higher beings to connect to them, to speak from their point of view. You have beings who are observing energies and relaying back to humanity from a human point of view of their experiences. And then you have others who are coming from a scientific way. But all these are valid. All these, when put together, help humanity to see the bigger picture. And the bigger picture is that this planet is ascending. It is going to join their brothers and sisters so that they can be at a level of interaction between them that they have been unable to achieve for a very, very long time. And though it was planned at different times in history for this to happen, certain elements prevented it from happening. And we won't go into that because there is plenty of information out there, and also people have their own views on how that happened. But moving forward, the planet is ascending, and there are beings upon it who are helping the planet ascend and also help humanity to change their energy to ascend with them. However, if there are beings still left who do not wish to move into the fifth dimension because of whatever reason, they don't want to do the work, that they don't feel that it's right for them, they've come to the end of their experience as a human being, 101 again, different reasons, then they will be given the choice of how to leave the planet. This will come in many different ways again, but we will not tell you, because often when you tell beings on a planet how certain events will happen, they start to become fearful and start to believe that it's going to happen to them. So we will say that it will happen in the way that you choose, not the way that others tell you it will happen, because we are now moving into the energy of personal choice. Today is one of the biggest influxes of that energy of personal choice, family orientation, becoming a community, becoming one, so that humanity can move forward as a group, as an energy, as a being, rather than as an individual. Though, as you've been told before, you are still an individual working together with a group, your decisions will be personal decisions, but it will also be decisions that will affect the planet and affect the group that you are a part of or that you identify with. And so we ask you not to make these decisions in a stressful way, in that this person says this person says that, but as always, drop into your heart energy. See how you feel about it. And if it does not resonate, if it feels wrong to you, then put that information or that pathway to the side and moving forward into something else. Because we do not wish you to be under stress by being bombarded by information by people who themselves are living in fear, themselves are seeing dark shadows everywhere. We want you to rise out of that energy and start to see humanity as a group that needs to heal, that needs to change its energy, that needs to move into the fifth dimension so that you can become more interacting with other beings in the universe, so that you can become more of a family with other beings in the universe. And this is why this energy is coming in now, opening your heart, clearing the stuck energy, letting go of anything that is holding you back, so that you can start to live the life that gives you joy, that brings joy to others, and allows you to be at one with others. And as we say, it will still take a little while, but it is starting. So be at one, be happy, and remain in joy, no matter what others say to you. You are always loved, you are always connected to the divine, and you are always a part of us. So, this 555, it's all about community, moving forward as one, not just seeing yourself, but seeing the others, and helping everything be connected to everything else. And know that you are always connected to the divine. Bye for now.